Hey everybody. Today we're going to be talking about reasons why we chose to move back to Houston. For those of you who don't know, I'm Roddy.
I'm Landy.
And we talk about all things real estate, how to buy off market, and how to grow your investments, and how to retire early through real estate. And if you need to buy or sell your home, feel free to contact me. My number's below. So let's get started for today.
Yeah.
Why did we choose to come back to Houston?
I think the number one reason is for our real estate business. Houston is our hub for that.
Yeah.
We started real estate investment here and we'll continue doing real estate investing here. So this is our market here.
Right. We already know the market. We're very familiar. Again, instead of moving back to other places like Dallas, San Antonio, Austin, etc., and learning the market again and having to meet new investors, which is not a problem. It's just part of the process. We just figured this is a great place to come back to where we can already just jump right back in and feel very familiar with the area.
Yeah,
right?
Houston is a great market for buy and hold property. Not only you get the cash flow and also the appreciation. You get both here.
Right. You know, as compared to places like Dallas, right? Dallas is another good area. Mm-hmm. You also get good appreciation.
Sure.
You get some good rentals there. Or a place like Austin. You may not get the rental cash flow,
right,
but you're going to get good appreciation. So again, there's other areas that we could have considered as well. But at the end of the day, we just feel very familiar and very comfortable here in Houston.
Right. It takes time to explore another market.
Right. Besides the real estate, there's a lot of great things that the Houston and Houston area offers to anybody who wants to move here or invest here. Right. One of the things that we like is maybe, well, like right now in the wintertime.
The weather is
very mild, right?
Yeah.
Now again, I know it doesn't speak for summer. It can get hot and humid in the summer, but winters are very mild. Right now, that major storm front just passed through the whole United States. It knocked out power everywhere. Parts of the country are still freezing. Right now, as you can tell, it's nice and comfortable. We're working out on our property. It's 70 degrees, nice and breezy. Great winters, right?
Yeah, love the winter here.
Right. You know, and then what also another great thing is location to the airport, right? We have the Houston International Airport. So when those summers come around, it's very easy to escape, right? With lots of destinations all over the U.S. or even places like Mexico, that we're very familiar with and love to go, especially in the summer times. We may go to places like Mexico City or back to Querétaro, which is a direct flight from Houston, just 2.5 hours. So it's an easy way to escape.
Right. And Houston also offers their direct airline to Puerto Vallarta and Cancun, Cabo. Yeah, it's just so easy. Anytime you want to go to Mexico for winter or summer, that's a good choice.
Right. Yeah. So if it doesn't get too cold here, right, we can always escape to the beaches in Mexico. Very easy, very quick, and pretty inexpensive overall.
Yeah.
Now, what's other things Houston has to offer? Now, again, I know a lot of people are always talking about, oh, Houston's a terrible place to live. There's so much crime and there's gun shootings every day. Yeah, that's true. I mean, and that's the other parts, but it offers so much more, right? Houston is a great multicultural city.
Yes.
There are so many different festivals throughout the year. There's even little areas of town. Chinatown, right? One of the biggest Chinatowns in all of the U.S. I think it's the third or fourth biggest Chinatown in the U.S.
And the newest.
Right? There's a little Italy, there's a little Pakistan, Greek areas, and again, all these places as well have festivals. So there's so much out there as far as culturally available to people who live in and around Houston.
Yeah, whatever which race you are, move to Houston, you will feel so welcome. It's a big city.
Right. You know, and then there's things such as, even for other cultural ideas or things to do, art galleries. I know when people think of Houston, they definitely don't think of art, right, or museums. But I was just reading an article, there's close to 40 art galleries around Houston, right? And then there's so many different museums that offer, there's of course your history museums and science museums, children's museums. There's a Holocaust museum and so many health museums. There's so many more. I can't even think of how many museums there are around here. So it's a great place, and if you want to take out the families to do different things, you'll never run out of things to do for a long time when you come here and move to Houston.
And then lots of nature preserved
and parks, right?
Yeah.
Like the one that we like to go to, and we shot a few videos, Herman Park. Is one of the most famous ones. They have that Miller Outdoor Theater where they offer free shows throughout the year. I think they're only closed down right now in the winter, but for about 9 months to 10 months, there's free shows 2, 3, 4, 5 times a week.
Right.
So it's a great place if you want to take in a free show. Music, dance, theater, it changes all the time. So it's a really neat place to go and visit. And like you said, other big parks, memorial and nature preserves all around the area. So that's great. And then speaking of natural places to go and visit, one of the places we like to go visit a lot is
The beach.
the beach.
Yeah.
Right.
It's not the best beach, but
Sorry,
like
Galveston.
Galveston and the Surfside. Yeah, it's about 1 hour driving from Houston downtown.
Right.
And yeah, we have choices. Anytime you feel like to go to the beach,
Right.
we're so close.
It's a way to escape, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, they're not the best beaches in Texas, but they're great. They're nice to take Louis or the family. He can still
Yeah.
go in the water, especially Surfside, which is a much smaller little community that has a great beach there. White sandy beaches, very, very nice. People probably wouldn't even expect it
Right.
if you're not familiar with the area.
Yeah, and the boating.
Yeah.
No matter the lake or the
Oh, yeah.
ocean, like
Right.
you can go to Kima or go to the Lake Livingston, Lake
Conroe.
Conroe.
So many
Lake
lakes if you like
Houston.
boating.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So lots of things to do and keep you busy outside. And of course, all the things that those kind of places offer you, right? Like boating and jet skiing and fishing and paddle boarding. So much to do. So you can definitely stay entertained. Or even things like ATV riding or off-roading. Those offer great places to do that as well. So lots of things to keep you busy and have fun while you're outdoors. What else? Oh,
The cost of living
cost of
still
living.
lower.
Right. Obviously, we're not saying it's the lowest place, but as compared to the whole U.S. and Texas, it definitely has a
Yeah.
very, very low cost of living, and especially for such a big city.
You just look at the housing price, look at the gas price.
Right.
That's a very basic.
Right.
Even last time I filmed a few supermarkets cost of living, people from California, New York, like, oh, that's so cheap. I can just close my eyes and choose anything through to my trolley.
And I think right now, as far as gas, I think the last time I filled up, it was $2.49 a gallon. So again, it's very, very inexpensive. I know as compared to other parts of the U.S., that's still a very good price. So cost of living is excellent here in Houston. Right?
Yeah.
And even rental. What's the rental median right now? About maybe 1,600?
No, that's the low.
That's low
Maybe
end?
like 2,000 ish.
For the median?
Yeah. It's keep changing, so don't count on me on that. I didn't do a research.
Right. But it's,
yeah,
it's still very
lower.
affordable
Right.
as compared to other parts of the U.S. and especially for what you're getting. And then I think as far as that goes along with housing, I think
Yeah.
another good thing we've mentioned before is the school districts around Houston.
Right.
I know people may have their questions about the Houston ISD itself, but the surrounding areas have some of the best schools in the country, right? Like Sugarland, which is Fort Bend, Katy,
Yeah, Cypress.
Clear Lake,
Yeah.
Woodlands, which
Fort
is Conroe. These are all great, very, very high quality school districts. So if you have kids and you want to send them to a great school, it's definitely a place to check out. So great schools here.
I think location-wise, we're also very close to Dallas. Just go all the way up 45.
About
4 hours. We're in Dallas.
Right.
To Austin.
You're about maybe 2 or 3 hours, depending on where you are. If
Right.
it's Austin in the Hill Country or San Antonio. Like I said, an hour to Galveston. Anyway, if you want to head to New Orleans, what, 6, 8 hours, I think?
Yeah, about
about 6
that.
to 8 hours away to New Orleans. If you want to head somewhere with some really great food and have some good fun. Again, it's a one short day trip away, and you're there and you can spend as much time as you want. Go to Bourbon Street, have some good Cajun food.
Right. Talk about the food. Houston is also a food hub.
Oh yeah, so if you're a foodie, Houston is definitely a place to check out. Going back with the idea of this being such a multicultural city, all those cultures bring their delicious food here to Houston. I mean, we just went to Chinatown the other day.
Oh, I don't know how much I missed that until had that food. Like, oh, that's what I really missed.
Yeah, we had some good Hunan food,
Oh,
which for
so
those of you
good.
who aren't familiar with Chinese food in the different areas, it's kind of a very spicy food. We had 2 dishes of tofu fish and a beef or pork.
Yeah.
Oh my
The
goodness.
double cooked pork. That was so good.
So good. I loved it so much. We couldn't start speaking up. And we've had there's great Indian food and like I said, Greek food.
Oh, yeah.
Just so much food you can have here from all parts of the world, and it's all very authentic, right?
Yep.
Not the kind of American versions. You can really find authentic food from these cultures because they bring it here. When they move here and they open up their own shops, and it's absolutely delicious.
There's so many pho restaurants around, the Vietnamese pho, if you're
Oh,
familiar
yeah.
with that.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many choices here.
Right, and so much more. We can list them all, but that'll take another 10 minutes. When you come here to Houston,
And
there's a lot
job
of things.
opportunities.
Job opportunities,
Yeah.
it's one of the more recession-proof areas. I'm not going to say, of course, just like anything, it's more recession-proof. Not 100%, but there's great opportunities out here. They're always hiring. That's one of the reasons people move to Texas in general is because there's so many job opportunities. And Houston offers that as much as the rest of the state. I mean, they're constantly hiring. If you're into like the gas sector, again, obviously, Houston is big on oil and gas, and again, that does have its ups and downs. But overall, it's a great sector. Medical sector is great.
Medical, yeah.
We have the biggest medical center in all the United States, right? Which is like the whole Herman Medical Center area, which is where we stayed by Herman Park. They have so many medical hospitals, medical schools, teaching, research centers. I was not aware that it was the biggest one in the U.S. until I read that a few months back. So great medical sector here in Houston.
Right.
And
universities.
Again, universities, food and beverage, education. I mean, if you're into education, you can go to Houston right now and get a job. They're constantly hiring, and all areas are in and around Houston. So great opportunities for work. And there's probably some things we missed in our video talk. Again, those people who have visited Houston or live here, again, let us know what you think. Did we catch everything? Did we miss some things that you love about Houston? So let us know, leave a comment. Again, if you have any questions about real estate, reach out to me. My number's below. I'd love to answer any questions I can to help you find that next rental property or even your own property for yourself, you and your family. All right?
Right.
Talk to you later.
Okay, talk to you later. Bye.